Action.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Hey, we're glad to have you in here with us tonight on CatFish Talk Tuesday night. Guys, if you're while you're tuning in, I want you to go ahead and tag a couple of your friends and welcome them into the show. We're looking to have an exciting night tonight. I have my host with me tonight, Joey Kirby. He's here, and we have a very special guest, Joanna with LadyCat Outdoors. We want to welcome to the program, Joanna.
Hi, thanks for having me.
We are excited about this afternoon. So, guys, while y'all getting ready to come in, I want to remind you because we probably got a lot of stuff tonight that we're going to give away. A lot of items, and we're going to give all that away tonight. So tonight's program is going to be a big one. Looking for an exciting time here. Guys, good to have y'all in the chat, and thank y'all for being a part of it. Joey, what you got to say, man?
I got a couple of things real quick. Share this and share it because we want to blow Aaron Churchwell's show out of the water. So that's number one. Number two, unless you live under a rock, you've seen on Facebook today or social media that the SmackDownCatfishing.com page is up and running. There's rod holders on there already. There's some decals on there already. There's Stacey told me not to tell them all what's all going to be on there, but it's going to be loaded full of anything that you want with SmackDown Catfishing. So make sure you get on there and check it out and share it as well at SmackDownCatfishing.com. And I also want to welcome Joanna. She's one of the, I guess, 100 or so queens of catfishing. So that's about all I have, Stacey.
Hey, you won't believe who's tuned in with us now. He don't hardly get tuned in because he lives like I do. I mean, it takes 30 minutes later for the sun to come up at his house. He lives so far back in the woods. Big Bama Brian.
Is he?
He's tuned in.
I'll talk to him today. Hey, Stacey.
Let me do this before we get started. Because me and Bama fished a little community tournament this past Saturday. And we did happen to walk away with first place. And I'm telling you, Bama, we caught 3 flatheads and 1 blue cat. But we did catch 3 flatheads that were some good ones, and he happened to catch 2 of them. He was smoking me to start with, Joey. And you know how I start off always slow? And he was smoking me. He did catch the big one the other day. What? I know right now, man, he's just a grinning.
He called me today. Hey, he called me today, and I'm not going to get into it. I guess I'm going to tell you, but he told me, he made me swear not to tell, but he told me that he ain't never seen a net guy like Stacey Gaston.
Hey, Joey, you got to be able to witness to this, man. I can dip them up, man. If somebody can catch him, I can dip them up. Guys, listen, we're going to move on with this because I know what you tuned in for to hear Joanna. Joanna, tell us a little bit about yourself before you, and you also have a YouTube channel, so share with the people who you are and what you got going on.
Well, I started LadyCat Outdoors about a year ago. I just like fishing, and I like teaching people how to fish, and kind of targeting more towards women. A lot of men pretty much already know what to do and how to do it, and they're already set in their ways, but there's a lot of women out there that have an interest but just don't really know how to go about it, or don't really want to ask the questions to their husband or their boyfriend because they feel like they sound dumb or like they should already know. So I just kind of started a women's gang or like little club to be like safe for them to come ask questions. And I take people fishing and women and answer any questions they have and try to set them up for success. I also started like kind of clothing line type deal for women. They wanted some women's clothes towards fishing and catfishing. So I have the clothes that I sell, and then the YouTube channel I'm not very good at because I'm kind of awkward in videos, but I'm trying to do better at it. And I have a GoPro now, so I'm supposed to really get going on that. But it's just kind of a struggle because it's like, where do you, when you're catching bait and stuff, like where do you put the camera? And I don't know. I need like a cameraman to follow me around or something. So
we know the feeling on that.
I did start a new. Yeah, I know. It's like you need like one of those chest things or like a head camera or something. So I don't know how to really record very good, but and then I also started a nonprofit. Nobody really knows about it yet, so we can publicize it, I guess, right now. But I started Kitty Cat Outdoors. It's for kids, and so that is going to be a new adventure, and it's going to be geared towards children. And I'm not really sure which way I'm going to go with it, but I just really think that it's going to be good to help get kids involved. And I hope to do some like kids fests or, camp outs or something like that and get a bunch of kids involved in catfishing.
One of the things that I noticed, Joanna, when I first started seeing you on Facebook, a lot of us have got connected just by catfishing itself. And I've noticed it when you catch a lot of good fish and you catch your own bait, throwing a cast net. I see you out there doing that. So it's very impressive on what you're doing. Now, one of the things I have noticed is y'all love to flathead fish. Is that your favorite?
Yeah.
What are some things when y'all out flathead fishing on the bait? What are some of the stuff y'all use?
That is that's my favorite. Louis likes to drag for channels. So we use a lot of shad. It depends on the time of year and kind of what they're feeding on. Right now, they are eating like live shad or cut shad in the river, bluegill, suckers. We use like some the quillback carp, if you can get them kind of small, less than 12 inches. But I love some suckers. We have creek chubs, things like that.
Now, y'all do a lot of
any legal bait.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Well, let me ask you this: what river system do y'all fish? Did you get that? I know there's a delay with us. What river system do y'all fish, Joanna?
We fish the Ohio River, and it's like from PA down into West Virginia.
Yeah, Joey, you get anything in chat?
Chadwick Field.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
We can hear you.
Chadwick Field said, Joanna, you haven't seen most of us guys fish. We probably need the most help. So, there's just a lot of them that there's some girl power emblems on here from they're just killing us, Stacey. Really, a bunch of people just
overruling us tonight, hey.
Saying that it's awesome that she takes the kids, and Big Blue Hunter said he's tuned in his new camper, but. There really ain't many questions yet, but they will be.
Well, guys, if you're in chat, feel free. Joey tried to keep up with what's going on in chat, so feel free to post a question up, and we'll try to make sure we get to that. Joanna, when y'all are out flathead fishing, what is your favorite bait? Do you prefer cut bait, or y'all prefer live, or both of them? Can you hear me now, Joanna? So y'all hang on.
Yeah. She may have got a phone call. There we go. Well,
Well, we may be losing service with her. She'll be back in just a few minutes. I tell you what, let's do while we're right here. Everybody that's in chat, we're fixing to do a giveaway tonight while we wait for her to come back. I know her service is a little bit bad, and I know everybody already knows what to do. We're going to give away right to start with tonight, Joey. And I had a guy that went out of his way, a great friend of mine. I know he's tuned in here with us, and he wanted to do something for this program. I can't express to y'all enough the people that support this program and the things they do. And he wanted to give away 2 SmackDown rod holders. So we're going to do that tonight, right off the bat. We're going to go ahead and do that right there. And Joey, if you will, tell me, give me a number between 1 and 5, and I'm going to select somebody here from the chat that's got SDC already in this right here, and we're going to give away 2 rod holders. Who wins this, just contact me on Facebook Messenger up under Stacey Gaston, and I will get that for you.
Let's do number. Joanne, can you hear us?
Yes.
Pick a number 1 to 5.
4.
There you go. Now they can get on her now, not me.
I got it right here. Let me pop their name up right here. It takes a minute. Colton Stratton, if you would, contact me, and I'll be glad to get you 2 of the SmackDown rod holders. And so just contact me after the show, or you can send me a message right now on Facebook Messenger, and I'll get that right there to you. So we got Joanna back in the house with us. Let me write this hand down. Go ahead, Joey.
There was a fella, I believe he asked, Fan Sicker TV would like to know what her personal best flathead is, I believe is what he said.
My personal best flathead was in the lake last year, and it was 67.8 pounds.
All right.
Wow.
And that's a big flathead. And what's just in case he asked your biggest blue, what was it, please?
That was 41 pounds in January on the James.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
So, Joanna, you caught a flathead 67 pounds.
Yeah, last year.
Now, what reservoir did he come off of?
Well, it came off of one of our local lakes here.
David,
Joey,
Tracy,
I knew from the get-go when she went, well, that we don't get no answer on that.
David Houseman said in chat, if she don't come back on the air, I'm leaving.
Oh, me.
Y'all go ahead and share this and get it out there, because here, probably about halftime or so, we're going to give away, what was it, $100 gift card to Dale's Tackle?
Yeah.
We got a $100 gift card. Joanna's got some stuff she wants to give away.
Some LadyCat hats.
Get them views up there, and we'll be ready here before long.
Is Dale in here yet?
I don't really know. So many people done went by in the chat, so I can't really tell who's.
He wanted
I don't
me
know
to
if
wear
I've seen him or not.
He wanted
He's
me to wear
probably
my
at a drive-through right
costume.
now ordering.
Yeah. He wanted me to wear my T-Rex costume, but I just wore the glove.
Now, Joanna, hey, tell us a little bit about your YouTube channel.
Well, it started out pretty much just like informative. Like, I didn't really know where to go with it. I just knew everybody was making a YouTube channel, so I should too, you know? And then, so I made a couple of videos, just basic novice angler stuff, how to back a reel when you're spooling the line. And then I do have a cast net video. And then I was like, I just hate doing those kind of videos because I'm just not great in front of the camera. So I just need to do catch and fish videos and do live stuff, you know, reeling them in and, you know, doing maybe some like what bait I'm using, throw it out, and then do some actual live fishing videos is more like my speed. So hopefully we'll switch gears this year and I can get some of that footage out there.
Yeah. Let's get back to fishing a little bit, Joanna. When y'all out flathead fishing, what is it that y'all are looking for to target these flatheads? Is there a certain type of structure? Y'all fishing, you know, creek mouths or whatever, but what is it that you're trying to target that would help our viewers try to target in on catching some good flatheads?
So on the lakes, I look for wood, some kind of, or like rocks, a lot of structure on the bank type stuff. And it's different in the bank and the boat, and I do a lot of both. But I look for ledges where the fish will just kind of sit on the bottom of the ledge and then come up to feed on the bait fish. They just do like a sneak attack on them. And then in the river, we usually fish a lot of creek mouths, barges, sunken barges, structure like that is more. There's a lot of wood build up too in the rivers and things like that, but we fish a lot of barges.
Yeah. Oh, on the one of the things I have noticed is them flatheads love some kind of structure of some kind. Yeah. Now, do you depend a lot on your electronics to find this stuff?
Well, see, I don't like the electronics, and I think that we catch less fish since we got those electronics because we used to just, before we got the boat we have now, we had a duck boat with a tiller motor, nothing on it. We had lawn chairs and umbrellas if it rained. Like, that's just it. So we caught a ton of fish all the time. And then you just look around and you say, oh, that looks like that would be a good spot. You know, you never know how deep it is or anything like that. We caught so many fish. Now with the electronics, I think like a lot of times you're looking at it, you're focused more on that. You're looking for fish instead of looking for what you think they're, you know, using your instincts that you've got, that's gotten you so far all these years. So,
you know, one of the things that happened this past weekend is I went off with my buddy Brian Taylor, and we was fishing from his boat with some electronics that I was not used to at all. I mean, all I've been ever run is Humminbird, so he had a Lowrance, and I wasn't very good with it, and he let me captain the boat, and so I just sort of threw a lot of stuff. You know, I reverted back to like you was talking about. I remember fishing all these years from a John boat, from a little old tomboy boat. You know, we just got it the best way we could and went fishing. And like you said, we caught a lot of fish just by off of instinct. And one of the things I just done, I said, I'm going back to what I used to do. And he had asked me, says, what caused you to stop here? I said, that structure, that bank, that's what pulled me to this place right here. And you're right. I think sometimes, you know, we do depend so much on electronics, especially if you get used to them a little bit, that we sometimes bypass them instincts things, right. You know. And I'm telling you, that instinct, if it's there, don't worry about what you see on them electronics. Stop and fish it. Is that what you found out?
Yeah, that's how I think too.
Yeah. Because a lot of times them fish you get hid. I mean, you can't see everything.
No.
And you pull off there, man, and you pull up and you catch a 20 or 30 pound fish, and the guy that's with you said, well, I didn't even see no fish here. Well, we just went off an instinct. There was some stuff to here that it was supposed to be a fish here, and he was.
Yep.
Right. Yep.
Joey, let's take a break right here. And guys, I'm going to let Joanna, we're going to give away some of her stuff tonight. So, Joanna, what you want to give away tonight? And we're going to go with this.
They can choose whichever hat, but I have the Flex Fit LadyCat hat or the snapback.
So they can choose whichever one that they want. And
Yep.
All right, and we're going to give one of them right there away. And Joanna, you got several ladies Samantha's tuned in with us tonight. I don't know where. I was trying to think of Lisa Haraway. She's usually in here with us every night. I know y'all love a great female fisherman. Joey, give me another number right here, man. Let's choose somebody to win one of these hats here.
Go ahead, Joanna.
2.
Number 2. I got it right here.
Do you use mono or braid?
I use a braid mainline, the 65-pound. I found this, I just switched back over to Power Pro. It's a moonshine is the kind, and it glows. And it's been pretty nice. I think it's pretty silky because I'm kind of picky with my braid. Like, it's got to be the silky 8-strand braid, but I use that for my main line. I haven't had any issues with that. And then I like a 40-pound Big Cat mono leader.
Gotcha. Okay. And there was
here we go right here. Tony, you're the winner of this right here. So I don't know if you are connected here with Joanna, but if you would, you can contact her or you can contact me. And we can get you in touch with her on that, and you can choose. He can choose whichever one he wants. Is that right, Joanna?
Yep.
All right. There was another one. Stacey, if you want, Tony Caton from Big Cat Fever, and he would like to give away some more leader 100-pound leader line tonight. So you might want to put that on the list. Joanna, there was another question.
Joey.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and do that right now.
All right.
Give me another number. Between 1 and 5 or 1 and 7, whichever one you want to do.
Go ahead, Joanne. They can be all mad at you tonight, not me. You can pick all the numbers tonight.
7.
And there was another question here. Chad Bryant said that somebody had asked earlier, what's the name of your YouTube channel?
Oh, it's just LadyCat Outdoors.
All right. Let's see here. There was something else. Boy, that chat's just flying.
Listen, it's moving on right on past, ain't it?
There must be a bunch of girls in there talking.
Yeah. There was.
We got it.
You got the winner?
I got the winner, Joe Hernandez. Joe, if you would, you contact Joey Kirby. And he'll get you in touch with the guy here for the leader line. If you can't find him, you can contact me, and we'll make this right here happen.
Yeah. It was from Big Cat Fever. So there was somebody that wanted to know. Ed Hubert says, Joanna, what's your favorite rod and reel setup?
So I use Tomcat custom rods, and I like a medium heavy usually. It depends on the rod, but the Tomcats, I like the medium heavy. And then I use the Abu 6500s usually.
All right. Man.
You can't keep up with it now. It's over 200 now viewing us right here tonight. So
and
they're in chat going crazy.
It is. I think there was one more.
Joanna, I noticed that y'all. What kind of boat do y'all fish out of?
So we have a Weldcraft. I think it's like a 95 Weldcraft, and we found the hull in Kentucky actually last year, and then we brought it home, and then just had the local marine store, Beavers Marine. They put on a brand new Yamaha 150, and we pretty much just redid the whole boat. So it's been pretty nice.
Way better than the duck job on it. I sent it in one of the pictures the other day, and it looked really good.
Yeah. Yep.
Now let me ask you this: flathead fishing, and you made mention of channel cat fishing. Y'all do a good bit of that.
I don't really prefer channels at all, but so I will sit. That's usually usually Louie and I will fish together unless he wants to go drag for channels, and then I hit the bank and go fish for flatheads, and that's when we split up. So sometimes we don't agree on the kind of fish that we want to catch, so we end up splitting up. But he likes to drag for them, and we do have some big channels, Sandusky Bay up in Lake Erie, and they've got like 30-pound channels up there, and I mean, that would be fun, but the channels that we usually catch here locally are less than 10 pounds, and they just don't really do it for me. So
yeah. And my next question was how big the channel cats are in your area, because where I fish at, the channel cats is not big at all. You catch one 7 or 8 pounds, you don't call it a good channel cat.
Yeah, that's about how it is here. If you catch a 10-pounder, you're pretty pumped. But I mean, like up north more, they do have some big ones, but not locally around here. Actually, Louie, he did catch a 24.5-pounder a couple weeks ago in the lake, and nobody's ever seen one that big come out of the lake. So
wow.
Yeah.
Now, go ahead, Joy. Do you have something, Joy?
Chad Vice asked, what do you like better, day or night fishing?
I like day fishing on the river, but you have to fish on the lakes at night. So, but I'm getting pretty old, and the whole night thing, like I fished so hard this past weekend. It took me like 2 days to recover. It was pretty rough. So I need to really switch gears and be more of a day fisherman.
Well, here's one from a fella that I don't even know, so it's not scripted. Joanna, do you use the Kirby rig?
I don't, but I have looked at them and wondered. But we don't really drag that much. Like in the river, our rivers, we don't at all. So we haven't used them, but I do use a peg float. But I should try those Kirby rigs.
All right. What weights do you use when you're fishing for flatheads? What type of weight?
So basically right now, like in the lake, there's no current.
Your setup, because there's people asking.
Okay. So in the lake right now, there's no current whatsoever. So I don't want the flathead to feel anything. I just want it to be a natural presentation. So, but I also am going to probably use a big live bait, and I need to hold it down, because if not, then my live bait's going to run wherever. If my clicker's on my rod, it's going to run my line back to the shore, out to the middle of the lake, and I need it to be right where I put it. So I'll use maybe like 1 ounce or 2 ounce in the lake just to hold my bait where it needs to be and not let it run.
Like no rows or bank sinkers or?
I like the cannonballs.
Okay. All right.
Or coin sinkers. And then in the river, we can use up to 10 ounces, basically. But the rods are more locked down in the rod holder, and you're letting the rod holder do the work for you at that point. So once they take it, it's like a freight train. So they take it down, and they don't care how heavy your sinker is.
All right. I think somebody asked Dustin Faul. He asked, what kind of rod rack does she use?
Well, we have a Drift Masters on right now. These kind of like, they're like not T-bars, but they're like rounded kind of. They go on the sides and leave the back open, so our motor's open, so we can get to the motor and get to the offshore bracket, and leave that kind of open. So they're not really T-bars, but they're kind of like an L shape, but they're Drift Masters. But I do use the Smackdown rod holders, because those are a game changer.
Now there's 3 or 4 people going down this feed telling me to send her some Kirby rigs. Send her some Kirby rigs. Send her some Kirby rigs. Give her a few to try.
Yeah. I'll try.
Rod holders are they're awesome.
And
Joanna,
another thing I like about those rod holders is that when we net the fish, usually sometimes the net can get caught on the top of the rod. Like usually the rod holders have the points on the top, and you'll catch the net on accident, and then you almost lose the fish. But these, with the points that are down facing, you can't catch it on your net anymore.
Yeah.
So that's really nice.
Joanna, you made mention about a while ago about your rigs flathead fishing, about you not wanting to let that flathead know or feel something. Do you make sure that your weight is sliding on your line, is not attached to it, or does it slide?
Yeah, I'll use sinker slides, but I'll also use a 3-way swivel sometimes. Like if I'm using the peg float with a live, then I'll want it on a 3-way so that the sinker can hold it down and then it can only float just a little. If you use it on a sinker slide, sometimes they can go wherever. They can swim back towards you, and a lot of them will. They'll swim back towards you, and your sinker's way out there, but your fish is all the way back here. So, and on the lake, I like to run clickers just so I can let them for sure swallow it or take it all the way, because they can get pretty finicky.
Yeah, they can. And that's one of the things I've noticed with flatheads. And I think that people don't, people that haven't fished for them, and that's the same word that I use, them flatheads can be really finicky.
Shannon Williams is asking, what's your favorite live bait?
I like a 12 to 14 inch sucker.
There you go.
One of the white suckers.
Dale's on here saying, make sure all of y'all get your SDC in to be eligible for this $100 gift card that's going to be drawn tonight.
I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to hold that gift card to the very last thing, because that's a big item. Let's stop right here. And I've got Dale's got one green smackdown. It's not one like this. It's one with just a text smackdown on it. And we're going to go ahead and give that one right there away tonight. Then we're going to come back and we'll close out and we'll give away that $100 gift certificate that Dale's Tackle has. So go ahead again. And Joanna, give me another number right there.
1.
Stacey, Ed Hubert says, can Joanna come back like every week?
Joey, somebody says she makes our program look a lot better. Here's the winner of the SmackDown hat, Sean Payne.
Edmund Crowden said, that's a true story. Let her come back every week. There's a gob of them on here. And yes, that hat that he just won was the last one available right now. They'll be keep your eye on the SmackDownCatFishing.com, and there's a lot more stuff coming here in the next month or so. So stay tuned in on it. And
Sean, if you would, you can contact me on Facebook Messenger under Stacey Gaston, and just put on there you was the winner of the hat, and I will get you the information that you need to go from there. Let me do one other thing, Joey, while I got a chance on my mind. Joanna, what do they have to do to buy some products from you? Where do they go to? Is there a store or something other they can find these online, or how they do that?
Yeah, I have LadyCatOutdoors.com. Right now, after CatCon, it pretty much sold out of everything, and then the coronavirus kind of came, and the shipping is all messed up from the lady that does all of my shirts. So I do have some stuff in stock if you just message me, and then I can let you know if I have your size. But right now I pretty much have all the inventory off of the website so that people don't order and I don't have it.
All right, I got one question right here. Let me pop it up. What's your favorite season to fish?
Spring, right now. I should be fishing right now. Yeah.
Now is a hot time. It is.
Yeah.
How far off the bottom do you like to run your bait?
I like to just run them on bottom, unless, we're suspending on the river over some kind of sunken structure or something like that. I pretty much run them on bottom. I might use a peg float maybe if I notice that I'm not getting any bites and I don't know why, then I'll just try anything, and then I might run a peg float. But for the most part, I just cast them out, let them sit, and like big baits, long weights, and I just let them sit.
Stacey, John Patrick said, This is the most that Stacey has ever let anyone talk.
My wife trained me right.
Hey, I also wanted to make mention for the people that don't really know her or follow her, she does want to tell her and show her the appreciation for, she does work in the medical field, and a big shout out. I know Lisa Haraway works in the medical field, and there's probably a lot of them on here that do, but for the people that don't know, Joanna is in the medical field, and keep them in your thoughts. They are they're the heroes. I was saying it earlier on today on the live feed. The custodians, the cleaning crews, the medical staff. Most importantly, they're working with the patients and right there on it. And we thank you so much. And hopefully all this stuff is gone here pretty soon. But just wanted to let people be aware that she is in the medical field. She don't just sit around. So, and wear a T-Rex outfit and dance on TikTok. So.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what I almost forgot? And we're going to try to wrap this right here up. I forgot I got 2 more giveaways. I'm telling you, people have been so generous this week. And I have one from Bloodline Tackle. This guy right here has messaged me a couple of weeks ago and helped support this program by doing this right here. So if you would, give me another number right here, Joanna.
3.
Edmund wants to know when you're coming back to Alabama, Joanna.
I hope soon. Are we allowed to leave yet? I'll come down there. When's your flatheads look like they're biting pretty good right now? I've seen a lot of them.
Do you alter your live baits at all by clipping fins or anything?
No.
And she already answered her biggest fish was a 67-pound flathead.
Yeah.
So that's her biggest fish. All right, Stacey, that's all I see right now, buddy.
Yeah, Casey Tackett, just get in touch with me, and I'll get you in touch with Jerry Drawdy from Bait Line Tackle. If you already know Jerry, you can just contact him and tell him that you was the winner of the package that he has to give away tonight. And Jerry, we thank you so much for doing this right here. Let's do this right here, and we'll get ready to close out. Joanna, before we close, we're going to ask you, is there anything you would like to say before we get ready to close the show?
Not really. Just, I thank everybody for all their support. It's been just crazy. I never thought that any LadyCat stuff would ever be anything, but there's just overwhelming support, in the catfish community. And I know there could be a lot of drama sometimes, but if you just look past that and don't get involved in it, it really is such a tight-knit, family. And I just really appreciate it and everything that everybody's done for me and their support and love.
I'm going to end with this. Thank you so much, Joanna, for being a part of our program tonight. I know the viewers have loved it. We still got around 219, 220 people sitting right here watching this afternoon. So we thank you so much. We're going to get ready to end with this. I want to read something. I always like to end with something that's going to be encouraging to you. And one of the things that I found several years ago is the things that you think on has a lot of direction on which way you go. And so I know some people, they make comments, well, Stacey, you always got something positive to say. Well, I have a choice. I can be negative or I can be positive. I can be joyful or I can be hateful. I mean, I have that choice. And the way that I live my life is I want to live it to the very fullest. I don't have but one to live. And this was something that I grabbed a hold to, and I've just held on to this because it's recorded in the book of Philippians chapter 4. And it says, and be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be known unto God. And the peace of God, which passeth all understanding, shall keep your heart and your minds through Christ Jesus. And he ends with this. Finally, my brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, and if there be any virtue, and if there be any praise, think on these things. And the way that you think controls the path that you go down. So guys, y'all stay in here, and y'all deserve this right here next. Let's give away that $100 gift certificate to Dale's Tackle. Joanna, give me one more number right here, and we're fixing to give this. If y'all ain't popped 8 SDC in, you need to. Go ahead, Joanna.
Number 5.
Stacey, somebody asked why you always just choose from 1 to 5.
Well, I do. I can't count but so high.
All right. Well, somebody asked, and there's lots of people tuned in, and they just still just typing and going on. Get your SDCs in, and lots of people thanking you for your profession there, Joanne. They're thanking you for all that you do.
Scott
well,
Sullivan.
thank you guys.
Scott Sullivan, you are the winner of the $100 gift certificate to Dale's Tackle. If you know Dale, you can contact him. You can tell him that you was a winner of this right here, or you can message me on Facebook Messenger, and I can get you the information that you need to get in touch with him. Guys, I can't tell y'all enough how good it's been to have Joanna a part of our program. Joanna, thank you so much again for your time of coming and being with us. I know the people here in chat have enjoyed you being with us tonight. Is there one more thing you want to say before we leave?
Just thank you guys for tuning in, and thanks for everything that you do. So that's it.
Y'all remember her YouTube channel is, let me pop this up for you. So y'all, LadyCat Outdoors is the name of her YouTube channel. So you can follow her there. She's got some stuff out there. Joey, is anything you want to say before we get ready to get off?
One of the people in the chat asked about YouTube and Facebook. On our ends, we can see everybody that's tuned in on Facebook and YouTube. So anybody that puts the SDC in, whether it be you're on Facebook or YouTube, you are in there. So just letting you know, you are, all of you that put it, you are
one of them ones on the night was from YouTube. I don't forget which one it was, but they was a YouTube viewer. It just happened to be, there's a lot more Facebooks coming on there than you see that than the YouTube. Guys, we're fixing to get out of here. Thank y'all again for being a part of our program. We will see y'all next Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. Hang on, Joanna, before you leave.
Okay.